What's up YouTube, Dan here and welcome to another episode of my AC Milan career mode, and today we do have episode 50 part 2. So the first episode was a Q&A. Today I'm just going to be summarising what happened in episode 50 because this is episode 50.2 you could say. So I'm just going to be summarising what happened in 50.1 you could say. So this is a team at the moment. I had made a couple of changes in the last episode. I brought in Mario Götze for El Shaarawy, just getting a bit bored of El Shaarawy, so I decided to change it up and get Mario Götze. And he's around the 88 mark or something like that, so he's really similar to Royce. I don't know how I'm going to balance the team out, but I'll think of a way for the next and upcoming episodes. But that's the thing I want to talk about. But at the moment we are in transfer window and the season of the transfer window, and there's a couple of players I want to swap around, but this will probably be my last episode for a while, and then I'll come back to it at some point, then probably win the Champions League or the Champions Cup, and then win the Coppa Nazionale and win the Serie A. I just think I need a break from it because it's kind of getting a bit stale. Like, you can notice the likes and views going down. That means people want a new series, and that's what I'm going to do. There's going to be a Southampton career mode coming up, which will probably be on Saturday, and then there'll be my player career mode episode 2 probably tomorrow, and then there'll be my Ultimate Team series, which is coming. And also I'm going to be doing some Team of the Week or Team of the Season. No, what am I talking about? Inform player reviews, and that will be coming every Thursday or Friday. So I'll be buying the players on Wednesday and then testing them out, and hopefully I can have trustworthy reviews, and you can go by what I say. So as I said, we're in transfer window, and I need a new striker at the moment, just a second striker, because I really want Gabbiadini to get to his full potential by the end of the season. So I was looking around at some strikers. I don't know which one I'm going to go for, but I hope you enjoyed the first episode. It was a Q&A, and you can go back and see that, and there will be a link in the description below if I remember. So you just saw there Rubinho, 80 rated, 31 years old. I'm really glad that I got rid of him. That freed up a bit of wage space and a bit of transfer budget, because he was going on about 100,000 a week or something like that, so one of the most paid players in the team. I looked at Wellington Nem, I think it is. He plays for my Brazil national team, and he's quite good. I have played a couple of games with the Brazil national team, but I don't think I'll go much further and not get to the World Cup, which I think the next big tournament is probably the Euro 2014 or something, or Euro 2016 I think it is. So that will be the next cup, and I think we're currently in 2015, so I don't think there's much point in me going on. So I was putting in an offer for Romelu Lukaku, or Lukaku you might know him as, and he was at West Brom when I first started this career mode. He was one of my main targets, so I waited till he go back to Chelsea, because I know there's some glitch on this game when players who are on loan they spend 2 years at the club. So as you saw there, I was looking at Miyuki, really good player on normal team. Can't wait to use him in my career mode with Southampton. I was looking at Daniel Sturridge as well, because he's 83 rated and only 23 years old I think it was. So just looking at some possible, or 25 years old, sorry, and he's 83 rated, gets to a really high potential as well, gets to around the 87, 88 mark. So my question of the day today is, obviously it's going to be to do with Southampton. So what players would you like me to see in the Southampton career mode? Because I have started the career mode, I've got the first episode lined up, but I'm only at about the first game, before the first game of the season, which by the way is against Manchester City, so a really good start to the season. But after that I've still got a couple of days until the end of the transfer window, so you can tell me any players you want me to buy. So just think in your head, how do you think the Southampton team can be improved? I have bought a couple of players, but I'm not going to ruin it in any way. So you have to wait till about Saturday I think, because I think that's the best day to upload it. So tomorrow there will be the player career, then there'll be the Southampton career mode episode 1. So I'm looking at Insigne, as you know I am looking for a second striker, so Gabbiadini is acting as my first striker, and then I can use him and get to his full potential. And then I can use Insigne or Sturridge. I was really thinking about Sturridge. I was thinking how good will he be, because he's got really good pace and he's got really good shot and quite good strength as well. So I was really thinking about players I could bring in, because I was basically just swapping all the players I don't really enjoy using or I've got a bit bored of, like El Shaarawy, and bringing in new talent, which I don't think I'll use again on FIFA 13, because I want to do a lower club like Southampton, and that series will last a whole lot longer because they are a lower team, and my objective with that team is to get them to the Champions Cup and win the Champions Cup eventually. That was a similar objective in this AC Milan career mode, but I just think that it's getting a bit too easy. I think we do have the best team in the world, and that's when I want to stop it. So we're getting into our last days of the season, or last days of the transfer window, and there you see Ogbonna again a suspension. You haven't seen that much in this career mode, but by the way, I would recommend Ogbonna as probably the best defender to buy on career mode. He's so good on this game. So we're going into our next game now against Juventus. I did say in the last episode there were some really big games coming up. Our first game is the International Manager, and you saw my editing technique and everything. So in this game, or in this episode, we do have a Brazil game, and we do have an Inter Milan game. I think it was in the last episode actually. But yeah, we're starting with the Juventus game. Always going to be a really tough game because they are such a good team. and have troubled us a lot in the last couple of seasons, and we've just managed to be just overcome them a little bit, as you would say, and we've really done well against them. So Bale getting the first goal of the game there in the 90th minute, and again, I'd really recommend Bale, maybe in your third or fourth season, that's when I would recommend him, if you have enough money. So I was just waiting till the time so I could get Bale. He wasn't really in my future plans when I started the season, my first season, but then as I got into the third season, I realised that he's 91 rated, and I had to try him out. So his potential is around about 94, 95, even on websites like FootWizard does say he gets to around the 91, but he's easily got past that, and he is around the 94, 95 mark nearly, so he's nearly as good as Messi, if not better, on this game. So as I said, we are in a game up against Juventus, and I was actually trying a 3-5-2 formation, quite a gambling formation because I only have 3 at the back, and it's going to be a bit different. But what I'm thinking of doing is having Alba on the left and then have Abate on the right midfield positions, because they're really good forward and really good coming backwards. So we're 1-1 at the moment. That's a really good result in my opinion, because as I said, Juventus have been such a good team and they've been probably the biggest test, even though I have had a couple of easy games up against them. But my second question of this episode is, who do you think has been the best player in the series? So from season 1 to season 3, I think we're in at the moment. Yeah, it is series 3. So yeah, tell me in the comment section who you think has been the best player throughout this career mode. So yeah, just tell me that in the comments. And yeah, we actually drew that game 1-1. I'm really happy with that result. Bale getting a 7.6 as well. That was our match rating. That was his man of the match rating. So as you see there, we're going into our first game of our international management over Brazil. As you see there, playing sort of a strong team, sort of a weak team at the same time, because I've got another game against Cameroon coming up in the next part of this episode, or in a couple of minutes. So it was about 3 days between the two games, so I kind of had to play good players and bad players in the same team, and then kind of balance it out for the game up against Cameroon, because obviously they're going to be a tougher opposition. So Hulk starting our career off really well there, Hulk with a fantastic shot. Nearly actually missed it. How funny would that be if he actually missed? But yeah, so the last question of the day, or there's been 3 questions, I'll leave them all in the comment section. So have you enjoyed this series? That's the overall question, because ever since I've made this, I've just been thinking, do you actually enjoy the series? Just tell me. Are you just watching it for the sake of it, or are you actually enjoying it? So yeah, tell me that in the comments. So we're on the attack again. As I said, I'm going to use a new editing technique for this, and it's a really well goal actually, a really well worked goal. Sorry, I couldn't get my words out, but I kind of passed it through to the right side of the striker, and he passed it to Pato. I don't actually know who was in that right sided position, but yeah, fast forward again. You know there's going to be a lot of goals in this episode, or a lot of goals in this game. As you see, Neymar getting inside the defender there and doing some nice skill past the defender and sliding it into the bottom right corner to make it 3-0. So one of my own players there, AC Milan player, Neymar obviously, getting to around the 90 mark now, so I really like him to get to around the 91, 92 mark. So again, I fast forward it again, so there's already been 3 goals in the first 20 or so minutes, and again, there is a goal at the end of this, so Pato nearly does go through on goal. He's a player I've been looking at a lot, because in the default squads, he's actually in the AC Milan team, but in real life, he actually left to go to Corinthians, I think it was, or someone like that. He's definitely a Brazilian team. So he left to go to some Brazilian team, and then I had Balotelli on the upside, but I didn't have Pato, and I'd rather have Pato really. I kind of prefer him on this game, but yeah, again, I'm fast forwarding, so you know there's going to be another goal or another opportunity at the end of this. I haven't actually got many actual highlights. It's just goals in this game. As you see, India make a mistake there. Probably, I think they're the worst rated international team on this game. I don't know if that's true or not, because they've been recently added to the game, but I don't know if that's true. You might be able to tell me in the comment section. So we get another goal there to make it 5-0. Hernandez with a great goal there. So this is a really nice end to this kind of part of this series. I will probably continue this at one point, because I will wake up one day and think, why don't I just start it again and make some more episodes and get to the end of this series, or the end of this series, or season, sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. So Paulinho, again, another goal there, another sweaty goal, but it doesn't really matter. It's offline, so it doesn't really matter. So a nice start to our Brazil career there, 6-0 there. Hulk, Alexandre Pato, Paulinho, Neymar all on the score sheet, and Hulk getting a 10.0. He's a player that I don't really want to bring into AC Milan. I just really want to use him in my AC Milan or my Brazil career mode. So as I said, we've got a game up against Cameroon to finish the episode. And yeah, so tell me what you think of this series. Do you think I should continue it maybe in the future? But this proved to be a really hard test in the end, because there's a lot of chances in this game. Didn't include many chances, only a couple of highlights, but there was goals at the end of this. So yeah, so it's 0-0 at the moment, and Cameroon get a free kick on the edge of the box. And some really poor defending. I think that's from Marcelo, it might be, but can't really see in this Vegas preview. But so they get a goal there. I think it's Marcelo. I'm just going to go by the name of Marcelo. He makes a bad mistake, and it leads to a goal in the end. So 1-0 done at this point. Just remember, it's only a friendly, because I don't really mind It's really about the South America Cup, I think it's called, or the World Cup, obviously. That's all I'm bothered about. I don't really care if I lose these games. So Dani Alves getting forward from right back, I think he was. And by the way, Dani Alves is my right back at the moment, but I'd rather use Danilo. He's so quick, he's got to around 98 sprint speed or something crazy like that. So it's kind of like the Abate of the Brazil team. So they get another chance there, but really unlucky, and he should have put that away. So that's the end of this episode, and please tell me if you've enjoyed the series. So on Saturday I will be starting my Southampton career mode. Tomorrow there will be a player career mode episode. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of my Southampton career mode.